You've been told the secret to getting rich is buying stocks. Open a brokerage account, buy shares, get rich. That's the story. But the actual wealthy people you're trying to copy, they don't do that first. In fact, buying stocks is one of the last things they do. There's a hidden order, a sequence almost nobody talks about. And once you see it, you can't unsee how backwards everyone else is doing it. 95% of people never even finish this sequence. The ones who do quietly end up in the top 5% of savers. Today, I'm opening the file on that exact order, step by step, dollar by dollar. Before we get to stocks, let's talk about the house nobody wants to build first. You wouldn't install granite countertops on a cracked foundation, yet that's exactly what most people do with their money. They buy the shiny stock while carrying debt charging them 22%. That debt grows faster than almost any investment they'll ever make. So before $1 goes into the market, there's a foundation to lay. Foundation piece number 1, the emergency fund. 1 in 3 Americans doesn't have one at all. The median amount saved for emergencies? $500. That's less than most people's car payment, and it's actually down from $600 just 1 year ago. Meanwhile, these same people are asking whether to buy crypto. It's like asking about a Ferrari when your transmission is broken. So how much do you actually need saved? Start with $1,000, fast. Then 1 month of expenses. Then 3. Vanguard found something interesting about the $2,000 mark. People with at least $2,000 saved had well-being scores 21% higher, the biggest boost linked to any financial factor they measured. $2,000 isn't life-changing money, but the psychological shield is enormous. Foundation piece 2 is where it gets uncomfortable. You need to kill your high-interest debt before anything else. Anything charging you more than about 8% a year. Credit card debt is the obvious villain here. Average interest rate, over 22%. Carrying that debt while investing is like running a marathon with rocks in your backpack. $5,000 in debt at 22%, paying only the minimum? You'll pay nearly $2,800 in interest over 5 years. Every dollar you use to pay it off earns you a guaranteed 22% return. That's better than Warren Buffett's long-term average. List every debt. Pay the minimums. Attack the highest interest rate first. This is called the avalanche method. It's the most mathematically efficient. But here's the twist almost nobody expects. There's one exception to paying off debt first, and it changes everything. If your employer matches retirement contributions, grab that match even before the debt is gone, because employer matching is a guaranteed 100% return. It's free money lying on the ground that your employer doubles if you pick it up. A typical match, 50 cents on the dollar, up to 6% of your salary. On a $50,000 salary, that's $1,500 of free money. No other investment on earth can guarantee that kind of return. Contribute just enough to get the full match. Then go back to killing your debt. One caveat: check your vesting schedule. Some companies make you stay a certain number of years to keep those funds. Even so, the immediate return usually makes it worth it. Emergency fund. Debt eliminated. Employer match secured. That's the foundation, the bedrock of the financial house. Without it, everything else you build is standing on quicksand. Now we enter the part almost nobody hears about, the tax optimization zone. This is where most people get distracted by shiny objects and skip straight to taxable accounts before maxing out what's actually available to them. Step 4. Your individual retirement account, the IRA. And here's why it comes before pouring more into your 401k. Corporate 401k plans are notorious for expensive limited fund menus, fees that eat into your returns like termites in a wooden house. An IRA lets you choose low-cost index funds instead, fees of a few basis points instead of 1 to 2%. Over decades, that difference can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. It's the difference between keeping your money and feeding it to someone driving a nicer car than you. For 2025, you can contribute up to $7,000, $8,000 if you're 50 or older. Once your IRA is maxed, go back to your 401k, beyond the match. But now comes a choice that quietly determines your entire retirement: traditional or Roth. Pay taxes now or pay taxes later. Traditional accounts give you a deduction today. You pay taxes when you withdraw. Roth accounts tax you up front. Then, every withdrawal in retirement is completely tax-free. If you're young and just starting out, lean Roth. Your income will likely only rise from here. If you're in your peak earning years, traditional may save you more right now. Not sure? Split it. Tax diversification gives you options later. Now, step 5. And this one might be the most powerful account most people ignore completely: the Health Savings Account, the HSA. It's the Swiss Army knife of tax-advantaged accounts. 3 tax benefits, not 1, not 2, 3. A deduction going in, tax-free growth while invested, and tax-free withdrawals for medical expenses, even decades later. For 2025, up to $4,300 solo, $8,550 for a family. Here's the strategy that makes it incredible. Pay small medical bills out of pocket. Let the HSA money stay invested. Keep every receipt. There's no time limit on reimbursing yourself. Pay for a doctor visit today. Reimburse yourself from the HSA 20 years from now, completely tax-free. Max it out for 30 years at 7%, and you could have over $400,000, completely tax-free, for medical costs that are essentially guaranteed to happen. The average couple retiring today spends over $300,000 on healthcare. An HSA can make that entire number disappear from your retirement budget. Once the HSA is maxed, go back and max out that 401k completely. $23,500 for 2025, $31,000 if you're 50 or older. Between the IRA, HSA, and 401k, you could shelter over $35,000 a year from taxes, money that compounds without the IRS taking a cut every single year. The average American saves about 6% of their income. Most never even finish maxing the match and the IRA, let alone everything else. If you make it through this entire sequence, you're already in the top 5% of savers in America. And only now, do we finally arrive at the step everyone wanted to start with: taxable investment accounts. The Wild West of investing. No limits, no restrictions. Individual stocks, options, crypto, index funds, anything you want. And it's also where most people make their biggest mistakes. They forget about the tax drag hiding inside every gain, every dividend taxed, every sale taxed. It's like running a race while someone keeps throwing sand in your shoes. $10,000 a year for 30 years in a tax-advantaged account at 7%, $944,000. The same numbers in a taxable account, paying tax along the way, closer to $700,000, nearly a $250,000 difference just from tax drag. So why do taxable accounts matter at all? Because once everything else is maxed, they offer something nothing else can. Complete flexibility, no withdrawal restrictions. Need money for a house down payment in 5 years? No problem. Want to retire early before your retirement accounts unlock? This is your bridge. Leaving money to your kids, taxable accounts get a step up in basis when you die, which can eliminate capital gains taxes entirely. So there it is, the order almost nobody follows: emergency fund, high interest debt, employer match, IRA, HSA, max the 401k, and only then, finally, taxable accounts. This is what the wealthy actually do. Not chase the next hot stock. They build the boring stuff first and let it compound in silence. Meanwhile, everyone else is still opening a brokerage app, trying to pick the next Tesla. You were told the secret was buying stocks first. It never was. It was the order. Your future self is either going to thank you or ask why you skipped straight to the fun part.